We are Davos Diary Day 4, I think it is, and look who's with me, Beadle. Greg, you've been giving us amazing photographs, artistic, wonderful stuff. But you're from Cape Town, and you're here taking photographs. You would think there'd been enough people with cameras in Europe?
Alec, I never asked that question. I'm privileged and honoured to be here, to be part of this team, and there's no guarantee. So when I come back, I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and make such great subject material. With the most powerful people in the world, the most influential people in the world.
Does it? I mean, for you, are they, I don't want to use a Donald Trump term, but nice people or not?
So I'm not really considered nice people or not. My job is here to create powerful storytelling images for the forum, for the World Economic Forum. That's my job. So I look through the lens and I don't see what I feel. I look at what my client thinks they want.
Yeah.
So personal feelings aside, I think it's not
you
my
must be
normal
seeing interesting guys. I mean, who's the most interesting person that you've shot
well,
this year?
This year.
Or this place?
I think one of the interesting sessions was between world leaders of a certain region in the world which is quite turbulent at the moment, a bit of turmoil, and just being a part of this private session where people actually interacting with each other and feeling the tension and the emotions, and it's a privileged place to be.
So they don't put wear their hearts, or they do wear their hearts in their sleeves.
They do.
The less developed.
It's to say Chatham House rules. Nothing can be shared about what happened, who was there, and I think it's just once again such a privilege. Like it's not my normal genre of photography. More action, event, sport, motoring, dynamic based. But look, our schedules are pretty crazy. We work 12-hour days. We do a little bit of rest time. But there's 13 of us, visual photographers. We have 658 sessions to cover in 5 days.
Wow.
So on average we're covering 2 to 3 sessions an hour. And we have to edit and upload images in between sessions.
Now, I really want to hear from Greg's lips about this Donald Trump session that we've just been in. Because Gareth and I stood in the queue for half an hour. We got to the front and we got these orange badges, and then we showed them the orange badge and they said, duck.
Wasn't your accent?
Not interested. No, I didn't even start to give them my accent. So we had to go to the other side, and when we went to the other side where the media were allowed, there used to be, at this World Economic Forum, there used to be 2 entrances. The one was for participants, the other one for tradesmen and media. So that's the way. We've come a long way from there because we have the same entrance now together.
Okay.
But equality. Not in this case. So we were pushed to the one side and then told that no, there were already 150 media seats. But have you seen anything like this at a business event where you have these global nexus of power standing in queues to try and see a guy that they all hate, or supposedly all hate?
I think to sum it up, I mean, when the President of the United States arrived yesterday, he walked up this very staircase that's behind us at the moment. My interpretation, I was too busy focusing on taking a photograph, which I heard a journalist say, are you aware that you're not very welcome in Europe? In typical Donald Trump fashion, he opened his arms up and said, look around you, man, I think again. So I think
he interpreted it as a warm welcome rather than a curiosity.
I think it seems as if he feeds
well, they stood for him. After the event, I wasn't inside, but I watched it on the television set. They did stand and clap, and there was a standing ovation, which is interesting. So, as much as people make judgment on him, and that Michael Wolff book could not have helped because it says some pretty crude things about him as well. He's got star appeal, and the people clapped, but the Africans weren't there. I don't know how many Africans you saw in there, but I was outside with a lot of Africans who really were not paying attention.
Look, I think it's controversial as he is drawing attention. I was here last year photographing at the Sentinel meeting, and I must say, in my opinion again, there were 20 times more world leaders than there were here last year. So is the Trump factor, or is it the annual meeting, or what brings all the people together? But I think, in summary for myself, it feels like this meeting has been a very powerful meeting, and particularly for South Africa. I'm lucky to be part of the caravan, let's call it, watch our Deputy President and his entourage and ministers in action. And I'm very proud to be South African.
Were you impressed by that?
Yes, very much was. Yes.
That's because you don't really mix with these people that often, not these top politicians.
No, I don't. And I think with our history that we've been through, I'm not a politician, I don't follow politics very closely, but for us back home, I think there's hope.
Yeah, it is interesting. Even in Cape Town, there's a concern about what's going on with the water crisis in Cape Town at the moment. Being a Cape Townian, that's got to be uppermost in your mind right now, as it should be for the whole country. So at least you heard the guys, they wanted to do something about it.
Look, I wasn't privy to any water discussions. I was living in Cape Town, as you say. It's really a serious situation, and I hope that all Cape Townians take heed of the severity of the crisis.
Yeah. Well, this is Greg, and he has been taking the most amazing photographs. Now, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do? I once saw a commencement speech by a guy called Neil Gaiman, who it was at the Philadelphia. In fact, it's on YouTube. It was at the Philadelphia School of Art, and his whole speech was: if things get you down, if you're up in the clouds, just make good art. And you make good art. You really do. And I've loved being able to distribute your photographs, putting them onto Biznews. How do you do it? How do you keep yourself motivated?
Well, thank you for those kind words. I think I'll use another quote from one of our local legends, Gary Player. He says, the more I practice, the luckier I get.
No, but art is not practice. Gary was good at golf, and it felt like, here we go. They're telling us there's another session going. But
Last round.
last round.
This is Swiss for last round.
It was Swiss for the cows are coming home. Or something like, close the game. But Gary was a master and a wizard with a sandwich and a pack and everything else. But that's not always art. I'm talking about when you look at things, you look at it differently.
Look, I think it's a pressure I put on myself to be fresh, to be original, try and find different angles. I don't like submitting the same images again and again. If I shoot the same venue more than once, I try and find different angles and just keep pushing myself and keep exploring and keep it simple.
Well, you've kept it simple and you've kept it fresh. It's been fantastic seeing you here. Great getting for our Davos Diary. Yeah. Garrett's holding a very steady hand.
Steady, yeah.
When we were here in the past, my wife used to be with me, insisting on bringing lights and a tripod, and she had to get it just right. She's going to be horrified with the way that we've done it this year, but I suppose it's a bit more natural, and it's been lovely having you as our guest host for Davos Day 5, whatever, it's the last day. Anyway,
Time to go home.
We'll have me kind mind. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.